Hello, my loves. Hello, beautiful people. Thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Ashley, and clearly you clicked on this video because you're trying to make sure you're good for the new year. We are at the point where it's January. We haven't hit the double digits yet of January, so there's still time to make sure that we have things in place so that we can continue to meet our goals for this year. So I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions. Hopefully they work out for you. If you're already doing them, great, then you're on a roll. Make sure that you put down in the comments below if there's anything that I have not already said that actually works for you so that you can help somebody else out. So let's get into how you can actually make sure that your goals are a reality. All right, so I think it should go without saying, but people don't think this way. You need to make sure your goals are realistic, you know? Like, if you, let's say that you only make $9 an hour, which is fine. You have a job. That's great. You're making $9 an hour. The odds of you saving $60,000 in 1 year off of $9 an hour is not realistic. No, it's just not. I hate to tell you. So make sure that you make realistic goals for yourself. So like if you're making $9 an hour and your paycheck is, I don't know, $600, $800 a week, how about saying, hey, I want to save in a year, if you have that extra money, I want to save $500. That's probably a lot more logical and easier than saying you want to save $60,000 when, girl, dude, you ain't even got that in your pocket. So first and foremost, let's make sure our goals are realistic because that is definitely the biggest thing that we should talk about. Also too, I think it's really important that to meet our goals, we have this big thing in mind. So by the end of the year, we're supposed to, let's go back to the money example. By the end of the year, we're supposed to reach the $6,000 mark, but we don't really take into account what that looks like on the day-to-day, the weekly, the monthly. We just think about the overall picture. So if you're having a hard time trying to figure out like, ooh, how am I going to get this goal? Maybe break it down to whatever works best for you, but maybe break it down to every paycheck or weekly or, daily. Like, ooh, let me just put $10 aside or whatever the case may be. But I've really found it helpful that when I break things down, depending on what I'm looking for, if I break it down week by week, I'm more likely to make my goal for the week, which goes towards my bigger goal for the year or for the month or whatever. So honestly, maybe breaking it down just a little bit more to actually realize how you're going to make the overall go. So, just try to break it down. Also, too, what I've realized, personally for me, if you see my Instagram, a big part on my Instagram is that, I don't try to act healthy. All right. I eat a lot of clean foods, or I try to at least eat a lot of clean foods, and I try to go to the gym, or I try to work out, or just, kind of a healthy lifestyle. And it was just something that I was posting once upon a time. Like, I was just posting it. And then it became a thing where people actually knew me for that. And I was just kind of like, oh. So it really brought a sense of accountability to myself where people were like, so what you cooking tonight? And it's like, I'm eating Taco Bell. I'm eating Taco Bell. Not really, but it really put it into perspective. So like social media, if that's something that you want to use, let's say when you're doing like me, when I was working out or eating healthy and you posting pictures or you posting videos, it helps you be accountable that like, hey, somebody gonna catch you slipping. If that's what helps you, try that. Try to find things that will hold you accountable. Another thing that works is like apps. There are plenty of apps, and I'm just using food for an example. When I was counting like my calories or trying to just make sure that I'm eating the right foods, there are plenty of apps in the App Store to hold you accountable and to help you understand what you're doing and making sure that you're on track. So use social media, use apps, or get an old-fashioned notebook. Hold on, I'm gonna show you my notebook. All right, here's my handy dandy notebook, and it says, she believed she could, so she did. That's just something that someone had gave me, but actually in this notebook, I would sit and write things down. Like I would legit sit and say, okay, this week I'm going to work on this. And I would jot down like, oh, you can't see it, but I would jot down literally week 1. Did I hit that goal of that time, those hours, whatever. Week 2, did I hit that goal? Because weekly just worked best for me. But this book helped me stay on track and helped me be accountable for like what I want to do. Because we just put stuff in the air saying that we want to do things and we have no way of keeping track of what we're doing or no way of anyone holding us accountable for what we do. And last but not least, of course, like they always say, accountability partners. Those don't really work too well for me, but if you're a person that like somebody else needs to, check in and be like, hey, are you still doing so-and-so, what and what? I mean, then use an accountability partner. So there's social media, there's all these apps, there's a good old notebook that you can use, or there's an accountability partner, So just make sure that you have some sort of tracker so that you can keep going. You know what you're doing. And not just that, just keep in mind, there are going to be days where crap happens. Like crap happens all the time. Does that mean that because you fell off that one day or that 1 week or that 1 month because things were so hard that you shouldn't keep going? Absolutely not. Prime example, let's say, I like analogies by the way, but let's just say that normally you brush your teeth at 7 o'clock every morning. And because you didn't brush your teeth at 7 o'clock this morning, you're just, forget it. We're just not going to brush our teeth. That's nasty. And not just that, but that doesn't mean don't do it. It just means, hey, brush your teeth when you can. Pick up when you can. Everything, like things happen in our lives and it takes us off track, especially to me, I'm a planner. So when things go off track, I'm like, dang, like I missed it for that day. But that doesn't mean tomorrow's not here or the next day or the next day, And even if, let's say, like I said, you do it at 7 o'clock. Okay, you didn't get to do it at 7 o'clock. Can you do it at 10 o'clock? Can you do a shorter session or a shorter block of time than what you normally do? Because something is better than nothing. And the last thing you want is to get off your game and get off track from what you are doing. Because y'all all know, I fell off at one point. I done fell off at one point. So, I mean, who cares? You're doing this for you. And obviously, you clicked on this video, which means that you want to make sure that you're continuing throughout the new year. Because we're only on, again, the single digits. We have a whole year. So take control of this year. Do what you need to do. And if you miss a day or two, okay, but keep moving forward. It's not the end of the world. It's not. And last but not least, just make sure you celebrate the small achievements you do. So let's say within the month, let's say we're looking at the weekly accomplishments, but it's for the overall goal for the month. You missed 1 week out of the whole month. So what? You hit week 1, you hit week 2, and you hit week 4. Things happen once again, but you were able to be consistent for 3, not consecutive, but 3 weeks. That is huge. Because we all know trying to implement a new habit is so freaking hard. And don't even try to implement more than one at a time. That's like overwhelming because it's a lifestyle. That's what people definitely have to realize with certain habits. It becomes a lifestyle. It's becoming you. So you gotta have passion with it and you gotta be able to continue to push forward. So all of those things are like super important. I hope any of those things that I said can help you if you haven't thought about them already. And make sure you put down in the comments below if y'all have any additional tips. I mean, these are things that just worked out for me. And I really wanted to spread that to let other people know because it's a new year. It's 2022. Be a better you because you can do it. We all can do it. We just have to be disciplined enough to push. So until next time, I hope you guys have a good one and I'll see you later. Bye.